So we've compared the Xbox One S to the Xbox One. It's slimmer, has a few new functions, and is ever so slightly more powerful. But how does it stack up against the PS4? If you've been waiting to grab one of these consoles, you've got some new questions that need answers. So let's break down what they each have to offer and which one's right for you. First off, let's talk price. The new Xbox One S runs between $300 and $400, depending on what hard drive size you get, ranging from 500GB to 2TB, while the PS4 comes in a 500GB model that runs for $350, with there being a little variety based on game bundles. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's just look at the systems. The original Xbox One was massive compared to the PS4, but the S has gotten things a lot closer. The PS4 is still a little shorter and a good bit less wide, but the One S is a bit less deep. Both systems can also be set up in a tower mode if you buy a separate stand, though some Xbox One S bundles come with one. Form factor-wise, they're pretty much the same, the PS4 having a small advantage in that it has two front-facing USB ports, as opposed to the single one on the Xbox One, which really only matters if you want to play with multiple USB plug-in controllers like a pair of fight sticks, but even then it's just a matter of convenience. Moving over to the controllers, both are really comfortable, though the Xbox One is a bit more so, especially with the new redesign that has a textured grip and built-in Bluetooth, a feature PS4 has had since launch. One big advantage the PS4 continues to have though is that its controllers are rechargeable, whereas the Xbox One is going to have you throw down $25 for a plain charge kit because for some reason the controller still uses AA batteries. Next, let's talk UI. Visually, I love the PS4's interface more. It's simple and clean and has remained pretty much the same since launch. The only thing that really bothers me about it is all of your apps are organized by what you've most recently played, which is really annoying that you can't actually customize them. But this is something that Sony has said they will address in their next major patch, which will allow you to create your own folders. And in comparison, this sense of customization is something where the Xbox One really shines. As soon as you start up your system, your most recent game is immediately highlighted. In a single move to the right, you can check out your full list of installed games and apps, and if you scroll down, you can go to a personally crafted set of favorites. The One's UI also emphasizes community a lot more, with an entire page dedicated to what your friends have been playing, recent achievements, and showing any clips of gameplay they've uploaded. While both systems have voice controls, the Xbox One offers Cortana, which has a much greater variety of commands compared to PS4. So if talking to your system to make it do stuff gets your jollies up, that's something the Xbox One is going to do better. This all comes with one big downside though, in that the Xbox One's UI also doubles as a frickin' billboard, where every page is cluttered with ads for recent releases, ongoing sales, and all kinds of other stuff that you just don't need on a home screen. Now let's talk media. The PS4 covers all the common and most popular apps like Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, HBO Go, etc., but the Xbox One covers all of those and a ridiculous number more for more niche tastes. The real big recent win for the Xbox One though is that the One S supports 4K video and HDR for greater color range, which the PS4 does not. Another situational benefit for the Xbox One is if you're using cable or satellite for TV. The Xbox One has an integrated IR blaster and an HDMI in port, so you can combine it with your top box for an all-in-one user experience. PS4, on the other hand, offers its own cable competitor in the form of the PlayStation Vue app, a monthly sub-service that's a package of some of the more popular TV channels. Now, as for music, Xbox One has Pandora as well as Groove, which will allow you to stream stuff directly for a monthly fee or load up stuff from your Microsoft OneDrive, while the PS4 can play music from a media server, USB drive, or directly through Spotify if you have an account. So with all that out of the way, let's talk about the main reasons why you're actually looking at one of these systems: the games. Over the last 3 years, there's been a bunch of great releases, a lot of which are on both systems, and it's worth pointing out that some of those games run at a lower native resolution or even lower frame rate on Xbox One compared to PS4, though there are a few exceptions where the Xbox One comes out ahead. On the flip side though, the new Xbox One S supports 4K upscaling and HDR in some select games, a big advantage for those of you that own 4K TVs. More importantly though is of course exclusives. Both systems have quite a few of them now, so let's take a look. So as you can see, lots of good games on both, but the Xbox One side does have a habit of being on PC as well, which is going to now be the case for all upcoming Xbox One games. So if you've got a powerful gaming rig and you're really just looking at a console for the exclusives, the PS4 has an edge. Now, as far as exclusives coming out this year goes, on Xbox One we've got Cuphead, ReCore, Gears of War 4, and Forza Horizon 3 all coming out around the holiday season, while the PS4 is sitting a little bit thinner, with King of Fighters 14 in just another week, and later in the year we'll have Gran Turismo Sport and the long-awaited Last Guardian. So let's look at what other gaming-related features these two systems have. Both systems allow you to stream to Twitch, and both systems have built-in ways for you to record and edit short bits of gameplay, as well as take screenshots. One of the biggest strengths the Xbox One has over the PS4 is that it's backwards compatible with select 360 games, the list of which is still growing. PS4 doesn't have this option, but does have its PlayStation Now service, which allows you to stream play over the internet some of the best games from the PS3, which you can either buy individually or have bulk access to through a monthly subscription. Now, speaking of subscriptions, both systems are going to require you to pay a monthly fee if you want to play online multiplayer games, with PlayStation Plus being just a little cheaper. Both subs also come with free games every month. A nice little bonus for Xbox is that all the free 360 games you get are permanent, while Xbox One games and all the games you get with PlayStation Plus are only available to you as long as you're paying. Both systems also give you a way to stream games to another device. Xbox One allows you to stream games to a Windows 10 PC, letting you play your games in different rooms without having to move your setup. While the PS4 has Remote Play, which will allow you to play games through a PC as well, or their handheld system, the Vita, which depending on the game can either be an awesome experience or utterly painful. So with all that being said, which system should you buy? Honestly, it's up to you. The most important questions you need to ask yourself are which exclusives actually appeal to you, and which systems your friends have so you can make sure to play together. Or you could just be patient and wait one more year for the next upgrades to both systems, the PlayStation Neo and Project Scorpio. Or build a PC.